today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First down, Franklin. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun. Franklin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Launches deep, a jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. On 1st and 10, Franklin. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron: 6 catches, 86 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Mullins. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Franklin. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franklin. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 19. This a give to Mack running to the right. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Franklin. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Taylor. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
He's got room to run past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish. Nice little ball.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Fighting through at the 25. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll try again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on 1st down, Franklin. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Franklin. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now it's Mack, draw play. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun on 3rd down, Franklin. Ebron caught left side. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10. Franklin, quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Franklin, his throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Franklin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a...
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down at 4. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Franklin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franklin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
60 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 4. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Franklin, wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
56 right there, 56. Watch the run.
To throw on 2nd down, Franklin. And a quick throw here that's complete. Throwing on first down. Franklin looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Colts on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's man. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. To throw on 3rd down, Franklin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Don't do us like that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kwity Paye. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's man. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
This to the outside for Mack. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Back to throw again. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Franklin, wide open receiver, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that, because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Looking to throw on second down. Franklin. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.